So our next stop is going to be with Anand from Cepham. Thank you so much for having the time to meet with us today.
Thank you so much for coming over here.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your company?
Sure. I'm basically a scientist by training. I have a Ph.D. in biochemistry. I started my career back many years back in pharmaceuticals. I spent a long time doing different kind of functions, research and development, developing new products, making new pharmaceutical entities. And what I found down the line that we're not treating anything. Mostly we are kind of suppressing the symptoms, or and there was not much focus on curing people or actually looking at the root cause. And that really got me back to look at my roots, where I came from. I was born and brought up in India. I have very strong roots in Ayurveda. My grandpa was a natural doctor, and growing up, I always have taken, Ayurvedic herbs or powders.
This.
Oh,
Come on. Yeah.
So I've always taken Ayurvedic herbs and powders and those basically, natural remedies and trying, everybody, big emphasis in India was to live a holistic life. You look at, your regime, the way you sleep, you wake up, you do some meditation, and you eat healthy was the idea, so that you can live your life to your fullest. But I have a curious mind, because I was trained as a pharmaceutical scientist. I was trying to figure out that do they work, and if they work, how they work.
Okay.
What is the active part of it? Can we extract it? Can we make it more potent? Can we make it people not to take large amounts of powder and be effective in small dosages? That basically made me quit my last job. I opened a lab. I started bringing in plants, looking into the actives, developing cell lines, human cell lines, where I was looking at the effect. And slowly, this all evolved into making a company which does all the research. We have a lab here in Fulton, Maryland, where we do all the research. We maintain human cell lines. We can do any of the omics work, where metabolomics or proteomics work, and then we scale it up in our factory in India.
Okay.
We have two factories in India, one in Uganda, where we source the raw materials. We scale it up. We make ingredients, and we bring it back to US market.
Amazing. What's the product that you're most proud of, or what's your favorite product?
My favorite product is a product for women's health. It's called Shivari 4. It's based out of an old herb called Shatavari. And this came to me as a kind of story. I was asking my mom that what was the kind of sweet was made and given to all the women, and sometimes kids used to get it after childbirth, or somebody who's going through a tough time in their life, mostly of my family relatives. And then she told us, she was laughing that you guys could not figure out, but there was 50% herb in that, and rest of it was tiny bit of jaggery or some kind of sugar, but it was herbs, and you cannot figure it out. And I personally find it so tasty that I was eating it all the time, and I was surprised that why she's not making it every day.
Okay.
So that story told me is about some medicinal value of a herb. And then I started working on it. We did extensive human clinical trial on a female population to figure out how it works, and we found tremendous beneficial values. It's almost like ashwagandha for females.
Okay.
And it works on every aspect of life. It's an adaptogen. It works for younger population. Younger girls who are having
So it's relaxant. It's
basically
focus.
also So it works in every kind of metabolic process, and it works as an oral tonic. It's a really great product, and I'm really proud of it. It was in my mind for a long time. The second one, which I'm very proud of, is my product for PCOS. It's for polycystic ovary syndrome. They are not much available in the market, but we made a natural remedy, and it was made in 2014, and it's selling all over the world.
Okay. And what's the new innovation that you are bringing to the show today?
So new innovation, we have been working on something for quite some time. It's called life stages and phases.
Okay.
So what we believe that, I was very much fascinated by personalized nutrition. I wanted to have a pill only made for me, which I take and I feel better. But I know there are a lot of limitations about it. There are regulatory limitations. There are limitations about getting my biomarkers tested. They're not easy, they're expensive, and they're not for masses. But we thought of an idea, my team thought of an idea, that everybody goes through life stages and phases. In the sense that, you're working in a city, you lose your job, you get a new job, you move a new city, new phase in life. It brings complete change in your metabolism. You will be stressed, you will be losing your sleep, you won't be able to concentrate, and all will precipitate in other parts of health form. So we started looking at all these stages and started making polyherbal blends for all these things which are going to work in the sense that they're going to work on different populations. We can find a lot of commonality. Women who are delaying their pregnancy and they are on birth control pills, and then they're having more complications. So life stage, then they have a childbirth, then new life stage. So we are trying to basically ease people over with the polyherbal formulas. And also, I believe in one thing, that what really sustains is small incremental changes in your food, in your supplementation, in your behavior, to really live life to the fullest. So the idea behind life stage and phases is this, basic theme, and then we created polyherb formulas which are going to be helping us out.
How do you prioritize the sustainability and ethical sourcing of your product, of your ingredients? Like, do you grow and harvest your plants, or how do you make sure that you have the ingredients?
So we mostly base our knowledge on ancient available texts. We are looking at traditional Chinese medicine. We are looking at Ayurveda. We are looking at Mesoamerican medicine, which was very common in America. When the local Indians used to live here, they have local herbs and remedies. Believe it or not, 7 of the world's largest selling herbs originated in America. Cocoa, for example, coffee, all these things are started here, and then they become very popular around the world. So I based my research on the ancient knowledge, and then I use modern technologies to really find what is going to work between them. So it's a combination of traditional knowledge and a modern scientific tools. And thanks to new tools like AI, now we are doing a lot of data mining using AI tools. We have created databases where we are looking at faster. We're doing it time, but it was done in past also, but it used to take us about 1 or 2 years to really find first herb. And once we started going using the AI tools, we are doing it much more faster. We are doing it now flat in 3 to 4 months.
Yeah, of course. Where do you see the industry going in the few years? Where do you see the industry going in the few upcoming years?
I think more and more focus will go on self-care slowly as we progress. I think it's going to go find a ways to make affordable self-care. As you know, none of these people who wanted to remain healthy being paid by insurances anywhere. There are a lot of roadblocks on the regulatory side also. So as a whole, as an industry, we have to find ways to create more affordable healthcare for masses. We have to make sure that with the average spending of less than $30, how can I remain healthy? Not taking too many pills, and also we have to talk about holistic. It's just not the pill. You have to look at your food, your lifestyle. Are we meditating enough? Or are we being, really taking care of life with us? So as a wellness industry, we have to focus on all these aspects.
Amazing. Thank you so much for spending the time with us today.
Thank you so much,
If our
Nour.
listeners want to know more about your products or get in contact with you, how can
Absolutely.
they do that?
I mean, they can go and check our website, www.cepham.com. They can also search us on LinkedIn. They can search us on Twitter, Cepham Inc. And we do disseminate a lot of information. As a scientist, I believe that all my science is peer-reviewed. It's been published, and there's nothing is proprietary. If I'm getting a data, someone should be able to repeat it.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
and we wish you a good experience in Expo West. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.